You don't lose discipline. It feels like you do. But what really happens is that you split yourself into two versions that no longer match. One version of you talks, sets standards, makes plans, and believes you're in control. The other version acts and quietly breaks those promises when no one is watching. This is the integrity gap, the distance between what you say and what you actually do. You say you're disciplined, you say you have standards, you say you're serious, but your habits tell a different story. You talk about the plan, you declare the mission, you present the version of yourself you want to be. But in private, when there is no pressure and no one is watching, you break the promise. And this isn't about failure, it's about misalignment, about the gap between your words and your actions slowly getting wider. What you say and what you do are no longer the same person, and that creates friction inside your mind. Every broken private promise doesn't just cost you progress, it costs you trust in yourself little by little. You start doubting your own words, you start negotiating with yourself, and you start lowering the standard you once set. Self-respect doesn't disappear all at once. It fragments, piece by piece, every time you don't follow through. Double identities create fatigue because you're trying to hold an image you're not supporting with your actions. And fatigue creates weakness, and weakness slowly destroys discipline from the inside. Most people think they need more motivation, more structure, more strategy, but none of that fixes the gap. What you really need is alignment. Integrity is the bridge between who you claim to be and who you actually are. And when that bridge starts breaking, your power doesn't collapse in public. It collapses in private, in the moments where you decide whether you follow through or make another excuse. Closing the gap doesn't require perfection. It requires honesty and consistency in the moments no one sees. It requires doing what you said, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's boring, and even when there is no reward. Because that is where self-respect is built, not in what you say, but in what you prove. Stop lying to yourself. Close the gap. Align your words and your habits, and protect the one thing everything else depends on, your integrity. Walk the path of legacy. Stay disciplined.